One simple rule can change the way you deal with people, pressure, and almost every problem in your life. Never give someone more control over your emotions than you have over your own mind. It sounds simple, but look at how easily people break this rule. Someone ignores your message and your mood changes. Someone criticizes you, and you spend the entire night thinking about it. Someone treats you badly, and suddenly you feel the need to prove your worth. A stranger says something rude, and you carry their words home with you. Without realizing it, you've handed another person the remote control to your mind. Marcus Aurelius spent his life surrounded by people who wanted something from him. As Roman emperor, he couldn't simply walk away from every difficult person. Politicians tried to influence him. Generals challenged his decisions. Enemies questioned his character. Yet one of the most important battles he fought wasn't against another army. It was against his own reaction. He understood something that remains incredibly relevant today. Another person's behavior belongs to them. Your response belongs to you. That distinction creates a boundary no one can cross unless you allow them to. Think about the last time someone made you angry. What actually happened? They said something. They behaved a certain way. Then your mind added the rest. You decided what their words meant. You decided what their behavior said about you. You decided how long you would replay it. The event may have lasted 10 seconds. Your reaction lasted 10 hours. That's where your power disappeared. Epictetus, who was born into slavery, understood the difference between what happens to us and what we do with what happens to us. He taught that we cannot always control external events, but we can work on our judgments and responses. That principle is brutally practical. You don't control whether someone respects you. You control whether disrespect destroys your peace. You don't control whether someone lies about you. You control whether you spend your life trying to convince everyone of the truth. You don't control whether someone leaves. You control whether their departure becomes a reason to abandon yourself. And here's the part people often miss. Having control doesn't mean you never feel anger. It means anger doesn't get to make your decisions. You can feel hurt without becoming cruel. You can feel disappointed without becoming desperate. You can feel angry without becoming reckless. Emotional strength isn't the absence of emotion. It's the ability to experience emotion without becoming its servant. Seneca understood this deeply. Roman society was filled with status, insults, rivalries, and political games. A careless reaction could damage a reputation or create an enemy. He argued that anger often makes people surrender their judgment at exactly the moment they need it most. That's why the simplest rule is so powerful. Pause before you react, not forever. Just long enough to create space between what happened and what you do next. That space is where self-control lives. Someone sends you an insulting message. Don't answer immediately. Someone provokes you during an argument. Take a breath. Someone tries to make you jealous. Don't perform for them. Someone wants you emotionally desperate. Become still. Because a person who can control the pause can often control the outcome. Modern psychology supports this idea through emotional regulation. When you're emotionally triggered, your brain can shift toward rapid, defensive reactions. Giving yourself even a short pause can create an opportunity to evaluate the situation rather than automatically responding to it. That tiny pause can save relationships. It can save careers. It can save you from saying something you'll regret for years. And sometimes, The most powerful response is no response at all. Not because you're weak, because you've finally realized that every reaction has a price. Your attention is limited. Your emotional energy is limited. Your life is limited. So why give those things away to people who haven't earned them? Marcus Aurelius had an empire to manage, yet he repeatedly brought his attention back to the only territory he truly governed, his own mind. That is the territory you need to protect, too. Because the moment you stop allowing every person to dictate your emotional state, something changes. You become harder to manipulate, harder to provoke, harder to distract, and eventually, you discover that peace was never something other people were supposed to give you. It was something you were supposed to stop giving away. The real test of this rule begins when someone knows exactly how to provoke you. Anyone can stay calm around respectful people. The difficult part is remaining in control. When someone deliberately pushes your buttons, maybe they know your insecurities. Maybe they know which words make you angry. Maybe they know exactly what to say because you've shown them again and again that it works. And every time you react, they learn more. This is why emotional control isn't just about peace. It's about refusing to become predictable. Epictetus understood that insults only gain power when we attach meaning to them. If someone calls you weak, stupid, selfish, or worthless, the words themselves cannot define you. Your judgment about those words does. That doesn't mean accepting disrespect. It means choosing your response instead of allowing another person's behavior to choose it for you. There's a major difference between having a boundary and having an emotional reaction. A reaction says, "You made me angry, so now I need to hurt you." A boundary says, "I don't accept this behavior, so I'm leaving." One gives your power away. The other protects it. Seneca wrote extensively about anger because he understood how quickly it could turn a small insult into a major conflict. A person who loses control during an argument often becomes controlled by the very person they are fighting. That is the paradox. You think you're winning the argument, but if someone can make you abandon your principles with a few words, they have already won something far more valuable than the argument. They have controlled you. This is why silence can sometimes be stronger than an explanation. Not every accusation deserves a defense. Not every insult deserves an answer. Not every person deserves access to your emotional world. There will be moments when walking away feels like losing. Your ego will tell you that you need the final word. You need them to understand. You need them to admit they were wrong. But sometimes the final word is simply leaving the conversation. Marcus Aurelius faced people who disagreed with him constantly, yet his goal wasn't to make every person approve of him. His goal was to remain worthy of his own principles. That is a much higher standard. Ask yourself, if nobody praised me for this decision, would I still make it? If nobody knew I was right, would I still do the right thing? If this person never apologized, could I still move forward? Those questions reveal whether your peace depends on other people's behavior. Because if your happiness requires someone else to change first, you've placed your life in their hands. You can't build peace that way. There will always be someone who misunderstands you, someone who dislikes you, someone who doesn't appreciate what you do, someone who thinks they know your story. If you spend your life correcting every misunderstanding, you'll never have time to live. This doesn't mean becoming careless about criticism. Useful criticism should make you better. If someone points out a genuine flaw, examine it. If they're right, improve. If they're wrong, let the opinion pass. That is emotional maturity. You don't need to defend yourself against every opinion, because your character isn't created by opinions. It's created by repeated choices, and those choices eventually become your reputation. More importantly, they become the person you know yourself to be. So start practicing the rule in small situations. The next time someone interrupts you, don't immediately snap. The next time someone sends a message that irritates you, don't answer while you're angry. The next time someone tries to pull you into unnecessary drama, ask whether the conversation deserves your energy. You may discover something surprising. The world doesn't become quieter. You become quieter inside, and when that happens, people lose the ability to disturb you so easily. You stop chasing explanations. You stop proving your worth. You stop reacting just because someone expects you to. You begin choosing. That is the real meaning behind one simple rule. Control yourself before trying to control anything else. Because you cannot control people's opinions. You cannot control their moods. You cannot control their choices. But you can control the person you become in response. And when you finally understand that, other people's behavior stops being the author of your life. They may still speak. They may still provoke. They may still disappoint you, but they no longer decide who you are. That decision belongs to you.